Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host, and I do have the incredible pleasure to present you the PANERAI Submersible QuarantaQuattro eSteel.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
The first one I'll show you does have an interesting name because all the names now are Italian. So what you will hear are Italian names describing the dials. The blue dial you see on your screen is called Blu Profondo. Then we do have a green dial that's called Verde Smeraldo. And we have a gray dial, a gradient gray dial that is called the Grigio Rocchia. So what you have to know is that PANERAI now really starts to name its products. Give him Italian names, and QuarantaQuattro says 44, and that's the diameter already of the eSteel case you see on the screen. What is eSteel? eSteel is not an electro case. It's not an electric powered watch or a watch assembled with the help of Tesla or any of these companies. No, it's recycled steel we're talking about, and I will go into details just after showing you and giving you first details about the case diameter, thickness, etc., etc. I'll take the blue one to start, and you get the first indications. All the watches are the same, only the difference are the color inlay. It's ceramic, by the way. We have blue polished. It's the first time, I have to say, the first time that PANERAI uses polished ceramic inlays. You have a blue, you have a green, and you have a gray ceramic inlay in the bezel. And now let me grab the blue one to start and to give you some information about sizes, thickness, etc. I just want to inform you that the watches we are filming here are prototypes. So we are filming these watches before Watches and Wonders opened up. And they are prototypes, so you also probably will see some small scratches on them. So please just note that they are prototypes, and of course they are not being sold, and the watches you then will find in at the boutiques. And this is, I have to say it, this is a good occasion to do it, a boutique only version. So the eSteel versions or the eSteel submersibles will only be available at a PANERAI boutique, and the ones you will get there are, of course, completely new. So if you discover anything that shouldn't be on a watch, it is due to the fact that they are prototypes. The submersible on your screen, as it already says in the name, QuarantaQuattro, is a case diameter of 44 millimeter. The thickness of the case is a 13.35 millimeter. Clearly, it's a diver, it's waterproof up to 300 meters or 1,000 feet, so it needs a certain thickness, of course. And the lug-to-lug distance from one end to the other end is 54 millimeter. Yes, let me then come back to the dial of the watch. Meanwhile, as you can see, I've been resetting them to the 8 lucky numbers in the date. They all smile at you. What do you have on a dial? You have hours, you have minutes, and a small second running. So the bezel only turns in 1 cent, meaning counterclockwise, of course. It is 60 bezel with 60 clicks. I can try to record the sound then of that clicking, very solid clicking, in fact. And it is with that 15-minute scale you have here, clear that this watch is certified as a diver. So now let me show you the green one and continue to tell you some stories about the watches. It's a very nice green. They call it Verde Smeraldo. Beautiful green. The bezel inlay is ceramic. I said it before. It's the first time that they use a polished ceramic. And now we are green. And now is the moment when I'm talking about green. I will talk about that eSteel. The steel PANERAI uses for this submersible is a recycled steel from the watch industry. So they really buy back recycled steel the watch industry has been using. 95% of the eSteel are recycled, and there are the 5% left that are not recycled are components that are added to really give that steel what it needs to be in the quality of an 316L steel, or there's another technical abbreviation, it's a 1.4441 steel. It's medical steel quality, and it is recycled, but in a way recycled that it is as new, but yeah, it is not new, it is recycled. And that 5% of components that are added do guarantee that that steel really has all it needs to be certified as a 316L steel. Very nicely looking. So also here, what you see here is recycled PET, the strap, recycled PET, both sides. So if you're a little bit into, sustainability, etc., you like that, that's probably a choice you could make. Also here, the buckle, typical Panerai buckle with the Panerai logo being engraved on it. Voila. And what you probably have seen, you see here, it's also green and is covered with caoutchouc for a better or a smoother grip. So the gradient, the gray dial, the Italians call it grigio rocchia, is the third edition you can choose when you are into this recycled eSteel watches. The same here, we do have a ceramic bezel, or the inlay is ceramic in the bezel, and I repeat that again, it's the first time they do it in a polished way. I didn't talk about the movement Panerai is using. There is no way of seeing it. It's a case back, not the see-through case back, but that's how it is. It is the P900 underneath here. A 4 Hz movement, 28,800 semi-oscillations per hour with a power reserve of 72 hours, so pretty nice. If you put it down, it will still run for 3 days, and then only then you need to reset or rewind it when using it. Also good to see here, that's that covering of the crown in gray also. It's covered now, feels very smooth and very good. And this is that typical crown protection they have. When you open, I'll do that for you here. And when you close it, it will then softly push on the crown and seal the case and make it absolute waterproof. I'm sure some of you already asked the question, is the bracelet, the strap, of course, tapering? Yes, it is. So we are tapering from 24 in between the lugs to 22 in the pin buckle, 24 to 22. Looks good, fits good on your wrist. And yeah, once again, this is recycled PET, what you see here. So it's really sustainable watch. Once again here, you see that. Nicely done. And here, the gray shaded polished dial called in Italian, I have to repeat that again for you, grigio rocchia. Oh, I love it. And we have a dial called verde smeraldo. Oh, Blu profondo, deep blue. Wow, I love it. You feel almost like you would be on vacation in Italy. 44 is the diameter, and they do a good job here. I think, yeah, why not having all the little informations, additional informations of the watches in the appropriate language. And you know, Panerai, they are manufacturing in Switzerland, but the company, of course, is based, or the origins are in Florence, and it's an Italian company. The most important thing also, of course, I still owe you is the price of these novelties from Panerai. So the watches are sold for 10,800 euro, including VAT, so including tax. Same price for all of them. And yeah, interesting alternative if you are keen to possess a watch with recycled steel. As I said it before, it's quality steel. There is no doubt. The only difference is that it has been recycled and it's not new steel. And due to the fact that there is a 5% adding of components, they can really guarantee that that steel has the same technical, is in the same technical or in the same pure quality as new steel. There we go. Thanks for watching our first video about novelties from Panerai Submersible. I once again need to say that 44 eSteel. I love it. It's so nice that they do it in Italian. Blu profondo, verde smeraldo, and grigio roccia. Okay, do you feel now a little bit in the mood? Make yourself a good coffee or open a nice bottle of Italian wine. Thanks for watching, and see you soon back here on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. Bye-bye.